welcome. This is Noah's Ark Nursery. If you're here for the first time, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. First of all, I would like to thank all my subscribers. I have gained some new subscribers, so thank you. I will go ahead and maybe one day this week tell you guys a little bit more, but about like the vlog and why I'm doing this and things. That way you guys can get to know me a little bit better since you're new. But welcome to all of you, and I hope that you are having a blessed and wonderful Monday. I know it's Monday. Mondays are never, Mondays are just days. But I'd like to go ahead and read a devotional first for you guys. That way, because I'm going to be doing the tag by my good friend over at Patricia from Patricia's Dolly's Dreams. I'm going to do her tag today, and I want to show you guys what the girls are wearing, because I actually have all three girls today. I actually have a funny story about what Mariah's wearing. But first, let me get to the devotional. It's called Enjoy the Happy Cake. Okay, I'm going to read this. So, okay, celebrate God all day, every day. I mean, revel in Him. That's Philippians 4:4. That's the MSG version. I've never heard of that. My son Christopher was captivated by birthdays when he was young. His joy overflowed when he saw a happy cake. Sometimes he would spontaneously designate someone as the birthday boy or girl and start singing the happy birthday song. I never fail to see such a birthday destiny light up like a candle on a cake. My son's celebration of each life was infectious. It ministered to everyone Christopher celebrated in song. You too can serve others simply by celebrating their lives when you let them know how much you appreciate them, when you let them know they are accepted by you and by God, and when you let them know that they are important and uniquely designed by God. This Jesus joy in you will bring Jesus joy to others. So let me start with you. You are a sweet fragrance to God. He loves you, and it brings Him great joy when He thinks of you. He celebrates your life, and He wants you to join the festivities. Shh, listen carefully. Is that someone singing happy birthday to you? So I just thought I'd read that, get that one in there. And it kind of goes along with Patricia's tag today, for me. Anyway, one of my answers. It kind of goes along with that. But, yeah. I celebrate all of you. So, I'll sing the happy birthday song to all of you. And you all are definitely uniquely made by God. You're special. You're special to me, and I love you all. So that's that. That's, so you're very uniquely, no matter who you are, God loves you and you are special, and He celebrates you every day. You ought to know God does celebrate us every day. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys the girls. I think you can see them. I got all three of them with me today, but I'm going to pick them up one by one. First one I'm going to do is Miss Mariah. Okay, this has the funny story behind it. I have Mariah in an outfit that I actually put Hannah in a couple days ago. Hannah actually has one just like this. This is a Carter's 3-month. It's got flowers. It's like a tealish, bluish. It's like a tealish. And it's got flowers on it, as you can see, with lilacs, and it's got the wooden buttons down here. It's got the real ruffly sleeves up here. He came with these jeans. I have her in white socks and, of course, her sneakers. And her little bow in the hair. Sorry, Mariah, you don't like that, do you? She goes, no. No, Mommy. No, Mommy. But I have a funny story about this outfit. Hannah has one just like this, and it's a newborn. So I turned around this morning. I did not realize I had grabbed a newborn. I had grabbed a newborn instead of the 3-month outfit. And I was wondering, why is this so tight on Mariah? And then when I got into the closet to put something away, I realized something. Mariah had on the newborn. That's why it was so tight. The pants didn't even fit. The pants were like really tight. These pants fit her. You see? I mean, that was like a really tight outfit on her. But it's got the flowers in the back. See, this is a really cute outfit. I really like this on Mariah. And she, of course, has her little bunny. We don't have this bunny named yet. Maybe one day when it's Mariah, just Mariah's turn. And I have already picked the giraffe's name. I haven't done that yet. You guys will remember I asked you to name the giraffe. Then I have Hannah with me today. Hannah is in a Carter's newborn. This is a onesie. It's a cream color with little flowers all over it. It's got like the little tan flowers on it. And she has on these tan pants. The tan pants, as you can see, get up in there for her, no, sweetie. As you can see, I'll hold her up. She's got her little pants with her kitty cats on them. They got kitty cats right here. Jeremiah does not like that. He won't come near these pants because they're kitty cat pants. And then it's got a snap right here. The onesie does. And she has on her Carter's socks that really go with it. And then she has, you'll remember this came with a different outfit, but I use my hair pieces to my advantage. But that is what Miss Hannah is wearing. And she lost her passy again. I have got to start putting a passy clip on her. I have one. I have a couple now. I got to make passy clips. Jeremiah, where did you go? I think we're going to have to follow Jeremiah here in a minute and find out where Jeremiah is. Then I got Miss Mabel today. And she has on the same outfit. She's actually twinning with her sister. Mabel is actually twinning with her sister. As you can see, she has on the same outfit. And she has on the little kitty cat on the pockets. She has in the cream color. This will eventually fall out, guys. Hannah's did. I don't want to pull her hair and hurt her. But she has on her headband. And then we have, oh, I see what Jeremiah's doing. Then we have, she's actually dressed for Disney Monday, too. As you can see, this is Whatever Monday. This hashtag Whatever Monday at, I can't remember. Sorry, guys. But she has in her Disney pacifier for that. And she has on her giraffe, which we have to name yet. I've got some really great name ideas, by the way. You guys have given me some really great name ideas. I love them all, so they're going to be hard to choose. But Mabel and I'll eventually choose. Right, Mabel? Yeah. But we're going to do the tag now. And I hope you guys enjoy this. This is Patricia's tag. It's got 4 questions. Just 4 questions, but actually this tag, the first and second questions, I'm going to say this. I said this to Patricia in a comment yesterday, I think, or the day before. I think yesterday, that her tag is actually doing my homework for me. So, anyway, here it goes. Number 1. When you first started watching videos in the community, what did you think you'd get out of it? I watched, and I'm going to say who I was watching first. I watched Fabiola over at Reborn Love first. She was the first video that I seen. And I was intrigued. I was like, okay. And in my head, for those of you who are new, I have what's called DID. And it's dissociation identity disorder, which means I have extra personalities from a childhood trauma. I will talk about that in depth another day. But I was watching Fabiola the one day, and she was doing a role play, like she always does, with one of her reborns, and I can't remember who it was. I think it was her child Autumn. I think she was the first one that I saw her with, and I was like, that looks like a real little girl. And inside my head, Mabel, who's 5. Yes, I named one of my babies after Mabel. There was a method to that. Plus, she just looks like a Mabel. She looks like Mabel, you know? So that's why I named her Mabel. But anyway, Mabel was like, I want to play with dolls. I want to play with dolls. I said, no, Mabel. I said, I'm too old to play with dolls. A couple weeks later, I decided to bring it up to my therapist. And him and I sat there, and I said, you know, this is just Mabel wanting to play with dolls. He said, I don't think so. I think it would be a great idea for you to get one of those dolls as a therapy doll. So therefore, for those of you who don't know, that's when I got Little Miss Hannah. And she is actually, I'm going to tell you what Hannah does for me. Hannah helps me connect to my childhood. That's what she is supposed to do. And she has helped me incredibly connect with my childhood. I'm remembering things about my childhood that I had forgotten. And she does not want to keep her pacifier in, but she's like that when we're out too. So, I'm just going to move the camera here so you guys can see Hannah. She's laying in my arms, you see? Little Miss Hannah is my first baby that I got. I'm just going to put her passy back here so that she doesn't lose it. Little Miss Hannah is the first baby that I got. And I know when I first got her, I wasn't quite sure, you know, either how I was going to do it or how I was going to reconnect. I actually role play with them off camera. I don't role play. I take care of them off camera. I feed them. I change them. I try to dress all 3 of them every day. And I dress all 3 of them every day. And I feed Mabel and Hannah. And I try to give Mariah her food. And of course, on Tuesdays, I'm doing play school with Mariah now. So that's a lot of fun. But I'm really just, I didn't know what to get out of it. I didn't know when I first started watching, what I was going to get out of it. I was just sitting on the sofa. I had a really rough time, and I'm still having kind of a rough time with it, with my blood pressure. And I was dizzy all the time. I mean, I used to have dizzy spells. Like back in May, when I started watching videos, I had dizzy spells, and it was keeping me on the sofa where I couldn't do anything. I mean, it was debilitating. And when you're by yourself and you're trying to do stuff with a little 2-year-old mini poodle puppy who is laying down, by the way, being very good today. He's laying on my feet. He doesn't want to be up here. But it kind of, I don't know, it was kind of like really hard for me. So when I started watching Reborn videos, it was like my escape. And I used to watch on YouTube all the time, like worship song videos. I don't do that quite that much anymore, although I should start getting back to that too. But Little Miss Hannah, when I actually brought it up, I called Ashton Drake, because I had gone on AshtonDrake.com because Fabiola had mentioned that Ashton Drake is the most, because I had started doing research on reborns before he even said, yeah, it's a good idea. And I looked at the price of them and I said, we just can't do this. I just can't afford that. That's a doll. I can't afford it. And so Fabiola had mentioned Ashton Drake, so I went on AshtonDrake.com and I found a doll I liked. And I didn't call and order her right away. I talked to my therapist first. Then I called and I ordered her. Now, I started to watch Tami over at My Reborn Nursery at that point too. And actually, Tami has been my biggest supporter. I mean, she has been one of my biggest supporters, along with like Tam over at Tomlin's Once Upon a Nursery. She's been really supportive too at this point. But Tami was actually my first subscriber. Not many of you have heard that before. I just love Tami over there, and she's my first subscriber. And I gotta say, I've gotten out of this community more than I thought I would. There's a lot that I was always like alone and rejected. I mean, good grief. Mail comes to our house from realtors, okay, just to tell you guys, with just my husband's name on it, and I own the house too. They only acknowledge most people only acknowledge my husband exists. They don't acknowledge I exist. I'm just here. So for me, this is something that is just for me. If you notice, my husband doesn't get into the videos, although this week he will be getting into the video. He will be forced into the video for something. But that leads me into my next question, because this is actually the question that my therapist wants me to answer. Patricia was in my therapist's head because he came up with this question. He said, what have you gotten out of it? What have I gotten out of doing this? Well, I said one thing. I've reconnected with my childhood. I am remembering things about my childhood that I have forgotten. Sorry, my phone just went off. I was going to put it on Do Not Disturb, but forgot to do it. I'm sorry, guys. But I have gotten a lot out of this. My confidence, my therapist has even said that my confidence has gotten better. And, I never thought I could do something like this, ever. For me to do something like this, not me. And besides, who would watch me? I'm thinking, who would watch me? I'm boring. I'm not exactly the most exciting person in the world, guys. And my therapist and I have actually discussed this. But way back last July of 2021, we were exploring something, and we explored the fact that God had a ministry for me, and that he had something out there for me and a purpose. And I could never figure out what that purpose was. I was told that I had no purpose. My abusers wanted me to stay down and wanted me not to live a life, I guess. They took my self-confidence away. This has given back to me something that I should have had all along. It's actually giving me my childhood back. Just like I said, I feed Mabel and Hannah with bottles off screen. I have their bibs ready that I can feed them after I tape. I change them. I change their diapers. I play with them. I put them to bed. I give them bedtime bottles. I get them ready for bed and put them to bed. I tuck them in. This has really given me a sense of purpose. Not to mention a sense of belonging somewhere. One thing about our community is I came to find out that I can be accepted somewhere. I'm not just the reject that sits at home locked in the house all day long by herself. I know I don't feel like that when I'm doing this, and when I'm with you guys, and when I'm watching your videos, and when I'm commenting, and it's a lot of fun. It's not just a lot of fun, but it's a lot of insight. And I love the fact that we're a supportive community. So this has given me courage. It's given me confidence. It's given me that sense of purpose where we could never have children, so I never have children to take care of. And I love the fact that I'm taking care of these 3 girls. I love it. I love the fact that I'm changing their diapers and doing their hair and dressing them and feeding them and playing with them and teaching Mariah, I love that. It's so much fun for me, and I love Jeremiah too. Jeremiah is also part of this. I call myself Noah's Ark Nursery for a reason, because it's not just about the babies, and it's about a promise that God gave me, that he was going to do something for me, and that it wasn't just going to be. When my husband had cancer, he went back to work, and I had quit my job, and I was a preschool kindergarten teacher, and I loved my job, but I loved my husband more, so I quit my job to take care of him full time. And when he went back to work, I was like, okay, Lord, now what am I supposed to do? All he said was he was going to give me something. And my therapist even says this is the fulfillment of his promise. I can't drive anymore. So for me, this is it. I'm at home all the time unless my husband is home and he takes me out, which Jeremiah loves that. Jeremiah loves it that I'm home all the time with him. Doesn't like it when I have things to do, but that's just the way things are. Jeremiah has to understand I gotta get cleaning done too. But I have a surprise there with Jeremiah on Friday. I can't make any promises, but I am actually going to take you guys to the groomer with us. We might not be able to do it. I'm going to figure out how to do it. I'm going to practice tape. I'm not actually going to upload what I tape, but I'm going to practice tape it, and then I'm going to watch it and see if I did it right, and see how it comes out. Because I already talked to his groomer. She is so excited. She is going to actually be on camera. You're going to actually get to meet Jeremiah's groomer on Friday, if I can do this right. I'll let you guys know in the middle of the week before we go how that works. But I have made a lot of friends too. Patricia and Becca and Tam and Tami and just all of you. I've made a lot of friends, and for the first time in my life I feel accepted. If you've heard me talk about my sisters, they don't really accept me. They keep me at bay. They don't talk to me. My mother has dementia. My father is gone. It's all about my sisters and my stepbrother and my family. I still haven't gotten a birthday cake or a birthday dinner from them or anything. Birthday present, nothing. They just don't. They don't really think about me in that way, I guess. So they don't think about me as much. I'm actually getting to the point where Christmas they're going to be very surprised, because the only one getting anything decent is my mother, and that's because she has dementia and I'm getting her a therapy doll for Christmas. So that's the other thing, is it might actually give my mother some of her memories back, not just of her childhood but of our childhood as well. But yeah, I've gotten a lot out of this. Confidence and friends, acceptance, which is something that I could never say I had before. Even in churches, it was all about my husband. We went to a church where I would hide in the nursery. Nobody really cared. I'd be in there crying by myself and nobody would care. They eventually took the nursery away from me because, well, they wanted to give it to somebody who was in their inner loop. That's how some churches work. That's why I'm glad God gave me a ministry outside of a church. something outside of a church, and you know, I want to be able to help as many people as I can too. That's the other thing I want to do. I want to help as many people as I can with DID, with reconnecting to their childhood, or with just, you know, just everything. You know, whatever I can do by sending happy mail to make you happy, or just anything, you know. Okay, number 3. What don't you like about the videos community? I don't know. I can't really say I don't like anything. You know, I like the fact that we stick together. I like the fact that we support each other, and the fact that we shout each other out, and that we do tags, and it's so much fun to do tags. That's why when Patricia came up with this, I said I would gladly do your tag. So I'm gladly doing her tag today. But, you know, I'm not one for drama. So I guess if you all are arguing, you know, I'm more, you go to the person that you have a problem with, you email them, or you Instagram them, or whatever, instead of arguing on your videos. I don't see that, though. But I haven't been in the community long enough to know everything too, and I try to get to my videos as much as possible. And I watch like the Playborn, I watch the Play Reborns, and I watch Playful Reborns, and My Reborn Nursery, and Tomlinson's Once Upon a Nursery, and Patricia's Dolly Dreams, and I watch Becca's Happy Place, and I try to get to Reborn Love and Bella Boo, and you know, they're more role plays, and Reborn Diaries, they're more role plays. I like that too. So I don't know. What would you like to see more of? What would I like to see more of? Well, I'm with Patricia. I'd like more subscribers. But I'd like to see more friends. I'd like to see more tags. And I'd like to be able to get a hold of the themes. I know I've subscribed to Yvonne over at Having You On, so I know Theme Thursday. She's doing a Halloween theme this week, but I might do a pumpkin thing, simply because I don't do Halloween. What would I like to see more of? I don't know. I'd like us to share more. I think that would be great, so we know what we can pray for. I don't know. That's a tough one. That is definitely a tough one, guys. But that's all the questions. I hope you guys enjoyed my answers. I hope my therapist is watching, because I just answered his one question. So, in question 2, I answered that question. He'll come up with a different question for me this week. I know he will. But that's what I'm really thankful for you guys. You guys are there for me. I've never had that. I've never had that. It's been a very long time. I know one of the things I would like to see is, and I don't know how we would do this, okay, but Secret Sisters. We used to do in a church that we went to a Secret Sister thing. And what we would do is, we would draw names, and you wouldn't tell what name you got. You wouldn't tell that person. You wouldn't tell anybody. But throughout the year, we would do it where we would send each other happy mail throughout the year, anonymously. And then, for that, it would take some coordination. But I would love to see that. I don't know how we do that, though. I would be kind of, how do you do it over how do you do this over YouTube, you know? I'd like to see that. That's one thing I'd like to see that we're not doing. Because we could send each other, because Tam had mentioned over at Tomlinson's Once Upon a Nursery on her channel the other day when she got surprise happy mail that she'd like to see us send happy mail to each other. And it would really boost our spirits for those of us who are going through a lot, you know, and it would help those of us who are going through a lot too when we're encouraging somebody else. My therapist used to always say, he was our pastor, and one of the things he used to always say in church, now he's a pastor in a different state, just to let you guys know. He's still my therapist, though. That was one thing that God was not taking away from me. But he even said that, you know, when you're going through something, encouraging somebody else helps you too. So it kind of like is, you know, it's like a two-way thing, because you're also helping yourself. And I'd like to see that. I don't know how we would do it, though. I'll try to figure it out. Because we would need each other's addresses to do that. And we would need, you know, to know a little bit anyway about the person. Because I know our secret sisters, there's one stuffed animal, and I'll show it to you, that I got from my secret sister for Valentine's Day. And I still have that animal. I still have that because she knew that we had a cockapoo at the time. He was a Cocker Spaniel miniature poodle mix. Isaac was, and he passed away before we got Jeremiah. Actually, the day before we got Jeremiah. But she gave me, and white looked exactly, looked a lot like Isaac for Valentine's Day. So, but we don't know, you know, we wouldn't know. We'd send each other Christmas presents, Easter stuff, you know, birthday, Valentine's Day, and then maybe, you know, in between there, I know with the cost of postage, you know, we send each other a card or just a happy mail. As long as it's happy mail, you know. So that would be really cool to do. I don't know how we do it, though. That would be cool. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my video today. I pray that you have a blessed and wonderful Monday. I've got laundry to do. I've got the nursery closet I'm still reorganizing. I've got another closet I want to organize. So I will get off of here because I want to get stuff done, because I might just do Christmas decorating this week. Yes, I know, before Halloween. But I decorate my house for Christmas, and since Christmas movies are on, I'm kind of like all into this like Christmas thing. I've gotten to see Becca actually Instagrammed me last night and asked if I had seen any Christmas movies, and I've seen a couple. My favorite is Christmas Under Wraps. I got to see a little bit of A Christmas Carousel this morning, which I love. I can't wait for Saturday night. There is a movie premiere Saturday night. It goes along with Christmas Under Wraps, so I don't know how that one's going to work. It's got Jodie Sweetin in it, and the guy who played Andy Holiday, he's playing Andy Holiday, I think. It's called A Cozy Inn Christmas. I can't wait to see that one and see how that one plays out. I'll give you my review. I'll give you my review on Sunday or on Monday, depending on which day I vlog. But I cannot wait for that. But other than that, you know, I like staying busy. It's great to stay busy these days. I hope you guys have a blessed and wonderful day. Even if it's busy, blessed, wonderful day, it's still a blessed, wonderful day. And I love you all. I couldn't do this without you guys. Without you guys encouraging me. I really couldn't. So thank you. And I will see you all tomorrow for Toddler Tuesday. And I've already got our lesson planned out for tomorrow. Little Miss Mariah is very excited about play school tomorrow, by the way. She cannot wait for play school tomorrow. She goes, yay! It's play school day, yay! Tomorrow. So I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.